Imagine walking down the street, minding your business, and suddenly, a stranger stops you, with wide eyes and mouth slightly open. They come closer to you and ask, "Oh my god, can I get a picture?" You're flattered, sure, but then they drop the bombshell. "I loved your Netflix series." Except, you've never been on Netflix. You've never even held a mic in front of a live audience. But somehow, people think you're a celebrity. Well, welcome to the bizarre world of lookalikes. And sometimes, the universe plays the ultimate prank, making celebrities come face to face with their own lookalikes. That's exactly what happened to Ellen DeGeneres. One fine day, she was doing what she does best, entertaining a crowd, cracking jokes, keeping the energy alive when something, or rather someone, caught her eye. Right there, sitting among the audience, was a woman who looked exactly like her. Not kinda, not sorta. Like, if Ellen had a long-lost twin, this was her. And Ellen was shook. She went completely off script, pointing straight at the woman. "Y'all, were you waiting in line thinking that was me? Did you think you were me?" The crowd erupted in laughter. But Ellen wasn't done. She wholeheartedly invited the woman to come on the stage and take a picture with her. And before she could even finish, the woman bolted toward the stage. And here's the crazy part. She even ran like Ellen. Same quick strides, same little bounce. It was almost eerie. Ellen was clearly baffled. She turned to the audience and started telling how she was looking at the audience and found a mirror copy of herself there. And just like that, a simple taping turned into one of the funniest, most surreal moments in daytime TV history. Now, imagine waking up one day, scrolling through Instagram and realizing the world thinks you're Kim Kardashian. No, not just a little resemblance. We're talking about mirror image level. That's exactly what happened to Camilla Osman. Camilla is a Canadian model who gained nearly 1 million followers overnight. Not for a viral dance challenge, not for a reality show scandal, but because people were convinced she was Kim K's long-lost twin. Although she swears she never tried to look like Kim. She simply happened to come from the same region as the Kardashian clan. And, well, nature did the rest. But here's where things got really wild. Jonathan Cheban, Kim's longtime bestie and certified drama star, decided to stir the pot. He was tired of Kim always being too busy for their hangouts, so he came up with the ultimate way to make her jealous. He introduced her to her own doppelganger. And Kim's reaction was priceless. She took one look at Camilla and glitched. "What? Hi. Why? You really? I cannot. I thought that was your..." She stumbled over her words, completely thrown off. She even mistook Camilla's car for her own, proving that the resemblance wasn't just in their faces, it was in everything. But not everyone on the internet was impressed by this interaction. Some fans had their own theories about why Kim and Camilla looked so alike. One comment even said, "Honestly, being any of the Kardashians' doppelgangers is not so surprising when plastic surgeons put the same faces on women." Ouch. Regardless, Camilla and Kim's unexpected face-off remains one of the most bizarre moments in keeping up with the Kardashians. History. Now, seeing one doppelganger is wild, but seeing 4? That's straight-up science fiction. But for Ed Sheeran, this wasn't a Black Mirror episode, it was real life. During an interview with Heart Network, Ed walked in expecting the usual questions about music and life. Instead, he found himself staring at 4 versions of himself. For a second, you could see the confusion on his face, like he was trying to solve a really complicated math problem. Was he dreaming? Was this a prank? Had he somehow walked into an Ed Sheeran cloning experiment? And then came the greetings. "Hello, what's going on?" He laughed, scanning the room like he was checking for hidden cameras. Then, to break the ice, the host asked the guys if they had ever met Ed Sheeran in real life. One of the Sheeran clones nodded. "Nope," another chimed in. "Yeah, I met T in 2012 in Manchester. That was the first time I met him." And then Ed dropped a gem of a story. He'd once seen a photo of himself at a festival and had a full-on existential crisis because he had never been to that festival. He went like, "I saw a picture going around of me at a festival, and I was like, that's not me." And then we found out that it was a doppelganger. Ed's clones weren't just lookalikes. They were full-on doppelgangers walking around. living separate lives, confusing strangers, and probably even signing autographs by accident. And in all honesty, if you had bright red hair, a guitar, and a British accent, you could probably trick a few people into believing you were Ed Sheeran too. Now, if there's one celebrity doppelganger who has truly mastered the art of making people do a double take, it's Ashley Leachin. At first glance, you'd think, wait, is Taylor Swift shopping at Target? But no, that's just Ashley, a 29-year-old mother of two, a nurse turned social media star, and quite possibly the most convincing Swift lookalike in existence. Ashley's resemblance to Taylor isn't just a passing similarity, it's seriously uncanny. The sharp features, the signature red lips, and even the way she casually throws on a cardigan, and fans are constantly falling for it. In fact, she has built an entire online presence around it, gaining over 1.6 million followers on TikTok and 80,000 on Instagram. Here's the problem though. Being a professional Swift clone was never her goal. She was just a lifelong fan who eventually embraced the similarity. Then came the viral moments, like in this clip, where a die-hard Swiftie spots her in public and absolutely loses it, yelling, "I love you, Taylor," with his whole heart, only to realize a few seconds later that he's been tricked by genetics and good lighting. And the disappointment was palpable. Ashley has been confused for Taylor so often that she's even had security guards step in, thinking she needed protection from screaming fans. And while she insists she never tries to impersonate Taylor, the internet remains divided. Some people find it fun, others accuse her of leaning way too hard into the resemblance. Either way, one thing we all agree on is Ashley Leachin is living every Swiftie's dream. Imagine walking into a room and seeing yourself sitting across from you. That's exactly what happened when Oprah Winfrey met her doppelganger, and even she was stunned. Now, looking like Oprah, that's one thing, but looking so much like her that people actually stop you on the street, beg you for free cars, and genuinely believe you have a billion-dollar empire, that's a whole new level. This woman's resemblance to Oprah was so uncanny that she was personally invited to meet the talk show legend herself. And when they finally came face to face, their reactions were priceless. "It looks very good," Oprah said, clearly amused. "You look good too," her double shot back. Then Oprah asked the obvious question, "Do you get stopped a lot? Do people think you're me?" And without missing a beat, the woman laughed. "Constantly, constantly, constantly." She said everybody asks her for one thing, a car. Because, well, what's more Oprah than handing out luxury vehicles like candy? And her response was legendary. She said, "I just tell them I'm fresh out." Now, if only she could clone Oprah's bank account along with her face. Because as of last year, Oprah's net worth sits at a casual $3 billion. What's better than meeting your doppelganger? Well, introducing them with a full-blown skit. That's exactly what Zendaya did on KC Undercover when her character had to face off against her own lookalike. And let's just say, it was chaotic. "She's my mom." "No, she's my mom." "No, I'm your daughter." "No, I am." It was like watching a mirror argue with itself. But what happens when a Zendaya doppelganger exists in real life? That's where TikToker at Siggy Bay comes in. And let me tell you, I had to do a double take. Because this resemblance is unreal. They literally have the exact same eye shape, the same curls, the same bone structure, and this is all without makeup. No contour, no illusions. Just straight up Zendaya energy. And I'm not the only one who sees it. Her 500,000 plus followers on TikTok are just as obsessed. Some even joke that she could pull a sister reboot with Zendaya and no one would blink. Twice. But honestly, she's like so spot on that she could probably walk a red carpet in Zendaya's place and the paparazzi wouldn't even notice. Or better yet, if Marvel ever needs a stunt double for MJ, they better start taking notes. If you ever needed proof that the universe has a copy-paste function, look no further than Gabby DiMartino. This social media influencer looks so much like Ariana Grande that it didn't just get her noticed. It got her cast in Ariana's iconic "Thank You" Next music video. And let's be real, what better way to seal your status as a celebrity lookalike than by starring next to the real deal? In the video, Gabby recreated that legendary Legally Blonde scene, casually dropping the now iconic line, "One time, I punched myself in the face. It was awesome." Of course, Ariana fans have had mixed feelings about her lookalike status, with some playfully accusing her of leaning in a little too much to the resemblance. But hey, if you woke up one day looking like one of the biggest pop stars on the planet, wouldn't you at least have some fun with it? And that's about it. But now, let's turn the tables. If you found your perfect celebrity twin, would you embrace the chaos or use it to sneak into VIP events? Let me know in the comments. For more such videos, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.